Good morning. Hindu newspaper analysis 5th November 2022 Vijayawada edition. Mathura Vidarbhan aims to be carbon neutral by 2041. This is one of the recent initiative. India's largest pilgrimage center, at the same time very important Krishna Mandir, now aims to become carbon neutral. If you observe a series of events, last year in Glasgow summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced Panchamrit strategy, in which one of the ambition of India is to reach zero emission by 2070. However, from the announcement of Glasgow declaration, or you can say Panchamrit strategy, we saw series of announcements from Government of India, public sector enterprises, at the same time private companies. For example, Flipkart announced its carbon neutral by 2050. Companies like Adani, Vedanta and Mahindra also joined in the list. Further, Reliance Industries announced carbon neutral by 2035. Today, it is a big announcement from pilgrimage centers. Now, Mathura Vidarbhan Pilgrimage Center announced carbon neutral by 2041. Points can be written in our environment answers also. Second article again talks about environment issue. It talks about Andhra Pradesh CM performs Bhumi Puja for 270 crores bioethanol plant. We are well aware that biofuels are an important source for all of our energy requirements. According to National Biofuels Policy, biofuels are such produced from plants, agriculture, domestic waste, industries, bio-waste. And UNEP classifies biofuel into bioethanol, biodiesel. There are several stages of generation. First generation of biofuels talks about biofuel generation from food grown on arable land, and it is carbon based ethanol. Second generation biofuels talks about woody biomass or straw, bagasse or molasses, or you can say production from jatropha, etc. Third generation biofuels talks about algae, and fourth generation talks about electrofuels, that is solar fuels, which are quite famous in China also. Now, this plant talks about biofuel ethanol, that is from the waste produced from the bio waste from the farm, or you can say from the village areas. This was done at the Andhra Pradesh Industrial Infrastructure Cooperation Park in East Godavari. It is a welcome step because states are now moving into green energy initiatives. You can write in our answer writing point of view also. Third environment article talks about lead article, the real issue at COP27 energy equity. As we are going to witness COP27 meeting in Egypt, we are getting series of articles on COP27 meeting. I request you, students has to maintain a special notes about these daily articles, and after the summit, after the declaration, after the main outcomes, you can add to your old energy security or climate change points. This article highlights that there should be energy equity in terms of renewable energy developments. Others highlighted developed countries having more business opportunity, more investment and technology in terms of developing renewable energy, whereas developing countries are lacking that ability. So that priority should be there, and they should include a combined strategy for reaching the net zero targets. Here others explain that there should be a legalized support in funding and helping the developing countries in terms of producing more renewable energy resources. Next, articles regarding to economy. Andhra Pradesh need to improve pricing of logistic services, leads report. We all well aware that logistic is across different states. Leads report every year published by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. This year also they published the report and they suggested that government of Andhra Pradesh has to improve in terms of its pricing logistic services. We are well aware that logistic is one of the most important component in the development of any country economy. Unfortunately, it is well noted that according to World Bank, our logistic cost is very high, whereas other countries charging at 6% to 8%, our logistic charge is almost 13 to 15%, and our time is also very high. When we will discuss a detailed notes about this logistics policy, here article mainly highlights the cost of the logistics, particularly in the state of Andhra Pradesh. One should read about Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti Yojana and the master plan which was implemented very successfully right now. And you should also read about ULIPs which are a new innovation in inventory management and cargo movement which is helpful to many states nowadays. ULIP stands for United Interface Platform, where all logistics platform can get the real-time information about logistic movement. Next article talks about some social issues, a ground report. The article highlights a issue in Karnataka where many people are left by the family and they are not cared by the family. And these people are suffering a lot with a lot of difficulties. And here is the report talks about a lot of struggles in the particular area of Karnataka. However, the important element in the whole article is one should aware about a special act called as Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act. As per this act, the children, whoever abandoning or whoever not taking care about elders, parents or senior citizens in the family are subject for penalties. Proper implementation of this act will definitely bring several changes in the society. Unfortunately, the conviction rate of this act is very, very low. Hardly 1% of cases filed and 0.2% of cases got conviction. Apart from that, providing better health services, for example, strengthening the rural health services, particularly primary health centers, is one of the need of the hour. And there we have a scheme also, National Health Mission, which is also talking about providing holistic health services throughout the India. And this article is quite important in writing answers with respect to old age care people, or you can say old age people care and their related issues. Next article talks about China names 11 Xinjiang highway bridges after slain Galwan soldiers. This was a report by Global Times paper, which is considered to be official paper of China. And we know very well that in 2020 we have Galwan Valley clash. During that time we lost around 23 soldiers, and official reports of China said 11 reports, but foreign reports mentions more than that. However, this article highlights that China want to name the soldiers who lost their life during that clash. It is well important that we need to remember that places, particularly finger point areas and patrolling points, and also the places in news like Dame Chowk, Dep Song, Galwan Valley, Pangsangso River, all these things. Next article, as Delhi gaps, Kejriwal says stubble burning major cause. This article highlights stubble burning. Well, we will have a separate class on stubble burning, but the thing is, why stubble burning is going on? One of the important element is Punjab or Haryana Preservation of Subsoil Act 2009. This act intentionally forcing farmers to delay their harvesting time. Because of that act, we are now facing a lot of stubble burning issues. However, we will have a separate class on it about the details of why is causes of stubble burning and also the measures against it in our class. Just read the article for awareness. Article from International Relations, China homegrown Beidou satellite system eyes global footprint. You know very well that GPS is USA based element. and most of the countries throughout the globe using GPS only. However, as a mark of independence from American domination, now countries started their own GPS system like global positioning system. For example, now we have Chinese introduction of Beidou, and if you remember, even Russia do have their own GPS called as GLONASS, and European Union also maintains Galileo. Even Japan also maintaining their own kind of GPS, which is often called as Michibiki or QZSS, Quasi Zenith Satellite System. We should feel proud that even India also aiming to launch their own GPS. Our GPS is called as Navigation with Indian Constellation, which is very soon we are going to have in our Indian localities also. But the interesting thing is now China now getting access with Lebanon and Nepal. Some countries are now interested to join to use Chinese satellite system. So let us wait and watch for the next developments. That's all for today. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Jai Hind.